reportedly out of his walking boot and feeling good ahead of the Cowboys showdown against the Vikings. The quarterback reportedly did some work in the pool yesterday while nursing his calf injury, as the Cowboys sit at 5-1 and are looking to win their 6th straight game. Shannon, do you believe he'll play Sunday night against my team, my Vikings?
I do. I thought the thing was, Skip, because he had the bye week, that was going to give him an extra week of recovery.
Yeah.
Plus, if I'm not mistaken, I saw him at the start of the hockey game. And normally, when guys have injuries, especially lower leg injuries, they don't want you, because the training staff is going to ask you, don't stay off it. Don't walk around. You don't want to, I'm sure it wasn't like he just got dropped into the arena. He had to walk from his car, walk down to the arenas, things of that nature, Skip.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm not as concerned maybe as they are, because maybe, they're up close and personal, so they get an opportunity to see, and, maybe it's sore to the touch still. They haven't, I don't think they've had to practice yet. Did they practice yesterday?
They had
a little walkthrough or something. Yeah. So probably tomorrow will be their first heavy day, and we'll see where he is. He's out of the walking boot. Reports are that he's feeling good. So I guess we'll see. But, Skip, I expect him to play. Now, if there's still some soreness in this thing, look, you're going to win the division. Maybe they're trying to get home field advantage, Skip, because like you mentioned earlier, there's only going to be one bye. There's no more 2 byes. There's 1 bye. The team that has the best record, they get home field. They get that week off. Everybody else have to play the opening weekend. So with that being said, Skip, if he's not 100%, I'm not going to chance it. Hey, Minnesota, with all even Cooper Rush, with what they have around him, should still be able to orchestrate and get it done. You still have an outstanding offensive line. You get Lyle Collins back. Zach Martin is playing at the top of his game.
Ty Smith
is playing at the top of his game. So offensively, with those weapons on the edge, with Zeke and Pollard in the backfield, and your defense is playing okay. They're playing okay. So if he's not 100%, I wouldn't play him, but I expect him to be that, and I expect him to play on Sunday night.
Dr. Sharp,
yes,
I hope you are correct. I do not have a good feeling about this. So I'm going to quickly go big picture here. What did I love the most about my quarterback, Dakota Rain Prescott, going into last season? I loved his durability.
Right.
Because nothing ever happened. He was just, he could run it, he could smash into people, he could run it like a fullback, and he was never, ever hurt.
Right.
Had not missed a start. Never even been in doubt whether he was going to play or not. And then fate struck, obviously, a year ago, October 11th against the Giants. Career-threatening ankle dislocation and compound fracture. Took 2 surgeries to fix. Knocking on wood for that it's going to hold up and hold on. As Troy Aikman pointed out, it's got so much metal in there right now. It's kind of like indestructible.
It ain't breaking again.
Right. Okay, so that happened, and then we get to training camp, and I'm excited, and we get to the first day of padded practice, which we got to witness live, actually, not live, but we got to see it on Hard Knocks. And what happens, first day of padded practice, he pulls some lat muscle. I never did figure out what it was. I don't know if it was torn. The early reports was he tore the muscle.
Right.
But it was some throwing motion pull that kept him out the whole rest of the preseason. As you know, he did not step on the football field for any of the 3 preseason games.
Correct.
They had 4
because they had the Hall of Fame game.
So there were 4 of those. Everybody else had 3.
Correct.
So he didn't see the light of play in any of those games. And I'm thinking, okay, we got there. And then he was sensational on opening night, Thursday night at Tampa Bay, when I didn't think he would be.
Right.
And then what happens? On his best throw, his most important throw of the year, the walk-off throw to CeeDee Lamb at Belichick, he comes down as the ball has been released, funny, as he said, sideways, and it pulled. Did it tear? I have no idea. We have no way of knowing. We're just guessing.
Right.
But they said, okay, no boot. You said he was at the Stars game. Okay, I have some experience just running distance with calves. And to me, calf injuries are, if I may, it's the B word. That's what they are.
Right.
Because they just hang on and they hamper and they linger and they hamper and they linger. But when you're just walking around, it doesn't bother you at all. I'm sure you've had several of them. But when you're just walking, it doesn't bother you. It's when you
push off it.
push to go. And you can push to go side to side or push to go forward, and it bites you because it won't go away.
Right.
And you can ice it, and you can get deep tissue massage on it, and you can do all kinds of stim on it, electrical stimulation, and it just won't subside.
Right.
So I'm afraid that even though they did have the bye week, it's still not enough time because I'll remind you, Michael Gallup, still out.
Yeah, he might have torn his.
He may have torn it.
And that's the
that
thing.
was against Tampa on opening night, and he was gone.
So we're out 8 weeks. And so that's the thing, Skip. What's the severity of the injury? Is it a strain? Is it a mild strain?
I don't
Is it
know.
a severe strain? Is it torn? Let's see Wednesday when they have practice, how much of it does he take? Does he miss all the week and then tries to play? But I would err on the side of caution because the last thing you want this thing is to be lingering. He messes around and messes it up for he's out 2 to 3 weeks. Now
you got a problem.
You put yourself in a situation you didn't need to be in.
Okay, so Dallas is a 2.5-point favorite at Minnesota. And I am going to say it again, I am not rushing to watch Cooper Rush play that game on Sunday Night Football because in his Cowboy career, undrafted out of Central Michigan in 2017, he got in one game in garbage time, threw 3 passes, completed 1 for a grand total of 2 yards. That was November 19th of 2017.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been since he's been in a real game.
Well, I don't think the Cowboys fans are clamoring to see him either.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But it might be a situation, Skip, you don't have a choice in this situation. Because would you rather them lose this game, give Dak an extra week to be healthy for the long term, or have him go out there potentially, you still lose this game, and he re-injures that calf injury.
Okay.
And so now, and you don't want him to be in a situation like Michael Gallup.
No, you do not.
Because now all of a sudden, I'll be glad I didn't concede because I don't know how many games you can actually win with Cooper Rush. A game? Okay, you throw your hands up. Hey, we still 2.5, 3 games in front of everybody else. But 5 games, 6 games without Dak Prescott, that's a whole different ball game.
I do not think they can win Sunday night at Minnesota with Cooper Rush at quarterback.
Right.
I campaigned for Jerry Jones to go get Cam Newton when he got released, obviously, by Belichick, because it's the perfect fit. It wouldn't have been a threat to Dak. He can do some of the Dak stuff, and you don't have to change that much on offense. And I believe that Cam Newton could have gone, if called upon, to win at Minnesota. And if you needed him for 2 or 3 games, I think he'd be just fine. I would give my team a real shot with Cam to get through the, so to speak, night. But with Cooper Rush, I don't trust it at all.
But the question is, let me ask you this. Would you rather have Dak potentially win this game and have Dak re-injure that calf and be done for 3 weeks, or lose and have Dak take this extra week off and be full go moving forward?
Well, obviously not, because of a 3.5-game lead in the division, which will give you a home game, whether the world likes it or not. You're going to get a home game. And by the way, I did hear my man Shannon Sharp just concede on national TV that the East is over because you said they're going to win the East.
No.
Quote, unquote.
But here's the thing, Skip. You're going to win the East as long as Dak is healthy. If Dak...
but your point was you can win it anyway.
You can lose this game, have Dak take an extra week, and now you get Dak back as opposed to have this thing lingering. He missed 5 or 6 games. Do you believe you still can win the East if Dak is out for, say, more than a game or 2?
But my gut is telling me he's going to miss this game because they're going to err on that side of caution, and they're going to say, let's just see if Cooper can just somehow have a miraculous
That's what Jerry
night.
Jones called.
Well,
Jerry gonna make that call.
Okay, well, maybe Jerry will say, we're up 3.5 games this early on everybody in our division, and none of them looks that threatening, right?
With Dak Prescott, the Cowboys are a serious threat to Arizona, to the Rams, to the Bucks. Without Dak Prescott, you're not a threat to anybody. I don't care how talented you are. Once you get to the playoff level, Skip, this is about quarterbacks. The playoffs are about quarterbacks. Quarterbacks win in the playoff. So that's where you are right now.
It's not a great place to be because I had agony on top of ecstasy because you always talk about they do cowboy things. This almost qualifies as a cowboy thing to have a walk-off TD pass at Belichick to get to 5-1. And here, moments after the game, Dak's hurt? Where did that come from? Here we go.
But you're sitting pretty. You're 3.5 games up. You're in the catbird seat.
Yep.
You riding around. You in the parade, and you just waving like you the grand marshal and everything.
Yep.
You're feeling real good about yourself right now, aren't you?
But I just need my quarterback to get over this thing that could nag us the rest of the year.
Well, I think if you give him the adequate enough rest, Skip, you probably can dodge that bullet. You mess around and make him go out. Because, Skip, you play quarterback. You get out there, it's like, well, Dak, don't do anything. What you mean? I'm a quarterback. I got to dodge guys. I got to push off. I got to drive and throw the football.
Yep.
What you mean? How can I protect my calf? No.
Well, all I know is Shannon Sharp just conceded the East to me, and I love it.
Let me see what Dak is in 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. It's too soon. We got to wait and see how he is.
I can get back in it.
You're
got
always
your voodoo doll.
remaining confident
Sticking
over there.
pins in your voodoo doll. I know it.
This game this week, though, should be really interesting. Aaron Rodgers